Hi guys. Welcome in, y'all. Hi, thank you. I can't see.
Hello, you guys.
Hi guys. Hello. Thank you. So we've got pink sugar cookie soap on the screen. We've got flash sale going for quite a few minutes here. Welcome in, you guys. You guys can read the notes to know what I'm selling. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Hello. Oh, I'm tired. Hello. Hello. I only have the fragrances on this shop that are here right now. So these are, my stock on here is limited. But almost everything is on a flash sale right now. Almost everything that's available in my shop down there is on a flash sale. The skull soaps are not on flash sale today. Got very few of my waffle soaps available. Tiger's Blood is popular. I have flash sale, so I have 35% off on my waffle shaped soaps and 20 to 25% off some other soaps. My most popular fragrances are pistachio almond cake, sweet coconut, and tiger's blood from my shop on here. So those are my top 3 most popular fragrances. Thank you so much. Yes, so we've got pear soap right here. Here's the pear soap, and then here is the sinus relief soap. So sinus relief and pear are both in here on my shop down there. I'm just packing orders right now. Hi, y'all. How are y'all doing today? Hello, Sarah. Okay, so when there's something pinned, you can't see the shop. Let me unpin things then. Now you can see the shop in the bottom right corner of your screen. you can go hit that shop button and see what's available. Okay. Hi, welcome in. How are y'all doing today? Thank you so much. Hello. Got some items in stock in my shop down there. While I'm packing orders, you guys can look at the shop and see what's available. So this is a sinus relief soap. It is available to shop now. And then pear soap is a new one that I just launched. So there's the pear one. Again, we've got a sinus relief in one order I'm about to pack right now. So you can shop the sinus relief soap now. There is an extra additive in my sinus relief soap. It is spirulina powder in that. And it's really nice. I really like it. Welcome in, check the shop. I had done a spring collection. I don't have those soaps available over on this platform, but I could add a few of them if there's any left in stock from May still. I could add some. I know that Spring Blossom we've got a lot of, so I can just put that listing on there and put some Spring Blossom on the listing. Just gonna put a few of those and then one photo. Let's see if I can add a photo to it. Do I have any photos of my Spring Blossom? I'm not sure. I don't have an updated photo of Spring Blossom. I'll find it though. I'll find an old one. My arms are getting tired scrolling. Got so much. So many photos. Okay, so this is a picture of the water lily and jasmine soap, but it uses the same mold. It's just blue instead of purple for spring blossom. So we've got a few spring blossom. Just know that that spring blossom is going to be this blue color. The spring blossom is this blue color. How do I snap a photo of it in my hand? I don't know how to do that. Yeah, no idea. This one smells like a bunch of different florals together. It smells like morning glory and honeysuckle, I think. Takes screenshot, then upload as listing. Got you. Let's see. Well, that didn't help. See, it's not going to. There we go. That helps. There we go. I did it, and now I've got to edit the listings. Edit each listing now to add a different photo, replace, upload that. Okay. There we go. That's good. It's really bad, but one of them looks like this, basically. Yeah, so the soaps, all of the things in the shelf is all that I sell, but I've only got a little bit of them in stock on here. But this is a spring blossom soap for reference. Got vanilla sugar soap. I can add vanilla sugar. Vanilla sugar is a popular one, so I can add some vanilla sugar. Extra additive turmeric powder. Let's see. Where's my vanilla sugar? Photo of my vanilla sugar that I recently did some vanilla sugar. Did I update the photo recently? This is gonna be another one where I have to take a photo of it, isn't it? That's fun. You know what? We're just gonna do the 4-piece oatmeal milk and honey. I'll do the 4-piece oatmeal milk and honey instead of the vanilla sugar soap. 4-piece oatmeal milk and honeycomb mini soap. Okay, we'll just do 6 of these, and then we'll list them individually. Publish. There we go. So oatmeal milk and honey, 4-piece, we've got that on there. And these are what the 2-piece look like, but I have the 4-piece in my shop. So I've got 4-piece of these in my shop, and it smells like oatmeal and milk and honey. Will this last a while for a household, or could it depend on the amount it's being used? So if you use it, if you let the bars dry out in between uses, then they will last a lot longer. I do have these things like soap ladders and soap saver bags that I sell as a combo. So I can add those to my listing on here as well. I can add some of those on here as well. Soap ladder dish. Hold the soap. Holds the soap. And we'll put hold the mayonnaise. Gotta love SpongeBob, oh my gosh. Whew. If y'all know that reference, let me know in the chat. I'm so tired. Ugh. Where are you? I'm so sorry, I can't find you. I just need a photo. I need a pretty photo. I mean, sometimes you would think you'd be able to know what something is by the way you name something. So I don't even need a photo of the item, but I think that's probably against rules to not have a photo of the actual item. So just switching arms as I'm scrolling because my back's not happy. The last time I took a photo of this was when I lived in an apartment, and that was like a year or so ago. There we go. Let's see. Had them in stock that long. Have to keep getting more and putting them in stock every single time. Blah. Where are you? Photo of this ladder dish. Wish I could just sit back in my chair and not have to lean forward for a while because it just hurts so bad. There we go. There's a photo. There's the photo of the soap ladder dish, except this is a darker color. Hold the soap is a darker color. Darker color. List individually. Go. Okay. So, soap ladder dish. Soap ladder dish. I do want to make liquid soap with potassium hydroxide. I really do. I got potassium hydroxide, and I've got not an Instant Pot. I've got a crock pot that I can cook the soap low and slow for like 8 hours, and I have to check it every hour. That would have to be on a day when I don't have any appointments outside of my home, which will be quite a long ways away, I fear. I never have a day where I just don't have one kind of medical appointment, unfortunately. You kept scrolling to another live on accident. No, you check out my shop. Don't leave without checking my shop. I have solid dish soap that I just made yesterday, and it will be available September 5th. So I'll be making some liquid foaming hand soap with the hot process soap method pretty soon. I just don't know when. Need to have space on my table, which I kind of do have space on my table. I just need to. I've got lots of things to do. My brain's constantly distracted. Like I can't keep focused for one thing for what nothing. One thing can't stay focused. Thing one, thing two can't stay focused on any of it. Solid dish soap. So it's gonna come in a ramekin, and it's like a cold process hard bar of soap, but it's got a 0% super fat. So essentially you get like a scrub brush wet, and then you would scrub it on the soap, and then you scrub your dishes with it. So I'm gonna have those around September 5th. I just barely made it, and it has to saponify, has to fully cure. So with cold process soap making method, it takes at least 8 weeks. So I made it July 5th, so it will be ready September 5th, and then I can add it to my shop on here whenever that's prepared. You have listed the soap ladders 21 times. Yes, individually listed. So if someone buys one, that listing will be gone, you know? So if anyone buys one, that listing will disappear, essentially. So I've listed 21 individual ones. So if someone buys it, we will know. Okay. I just love what I do so much. I love helping people with keeping their dishes and their bodies and their hands and their faces and their everything just clean and well taken care of. And I love that. This is my favorite job I've ever had. Do I have sensitive skin soaps? I am not quite sure. Like, I have sensitive skin myself, but I can't claim it as sensitive skin product because then it would have to 100% be checked out by the FDA. Like, I'd have to have an FDA inspector come out and inspect my products one by one, and I'd have to, like, right now I'm a small business working from home, small business owner, and the small business is run from where I live. So it's not like I have a separate facility or warehouse where I could request the FDA to come in and inspect. Like, I follow MOCRA, which is a subdivision underneath the FDA, but unless you're like manufacturing like huge amounts of product and selling all of it within one day, you don't have to get full FDA involved. You know what I mean? And that's just following MOCRA and things like that, MOCRA is like a smaller version of the FDA, but I do follow FDA rules and MOCRA guidelines and all that stuff. It's just to say something medical advice wise, like sensitive skin, apparently that is an FDA claim that I can't make unless I have someone from the FDA come in and evaluate my products for that kind of specific words. But when I say sensitive skin, I mean, I want to help people with skin like mine, and my skin is sensitive, but I can't claim it can help with yours, I just know it's helped mine, but again, can't claim that it can help anything. I can make unscented cold processed soap bars, and I can make some without coconut oil and without shea butter, so the tree nut allergy won't be an issue. I know Mokra is an expansion of the FDA. It's just a smaller version of it, and I do follow Mokra guidelines for at-home small business. I know. The FDA is involved, but like, I do have a site, but I'm not meant to direct you to go to that site. You can purchase what's available in the shop down here. I'm not gonna redirect you to somewhere else. So, but yeah. It's against the WhatNot rules to direct people off of WhatNot too. Yeah. So I'm not going to. But look, I have read the Soap and Cosmetics Guild website, done a quiz on it. I'm following all the regulations I need to be following. Trust me, I've done a lot of research. And I follow the IFRA for scenting products and all that stuff. I follow everything I need to follow. Just because I work from home doesn't mean I'm ignorant to what needs to be done. Any non-scented soaps listed? I don't, but I can list some. I just get a lot of people on TikTok that accuse me of things, so I'm just kind of, I guess, semi-reactive to certain things when people talk about the FDA. It's just people have threatened to call the FDA and get someone into our house or something. I don't know. I'm like, I know I have nothing to worry about if that were to happen, but it's just the whole thing of there's a lot of things. Purely unscented. Purely unscented. There's just a lot of things that people are get into my head about, and I'm like, it's annoying. Full soap. Zero fragrance. So you can check the note on the screen to see what ingredients are basically in my soaps. There's like vegetable glycerin and sodium myristate and things to be like a preservative in it. I'm gonna add 10 of these unscented soaps and add a photo. I don't even know if I have an updated photo of this one either. Oh, I do. I just took one. Yay. Oh, goodness. I'm gonna list these individually as well, so if anyone buys them, we will know. Just people get on my case, and I just become so reactive to certain things. And I don't like that I've become reactive to literally everything, but it's annoying to me. It's really annoying to me that things happen. Okay. There we go. So, purely unscented full soap is available. It's that rose shape. And a rose shape looks like this soap right here, but it's like no mica powder and no fragrance added. So that's your unscented soap. Okay. Then we've got, I need to go and get some labels for these pina colada cuticle oils. Should I list my Pina Colada 2 milliliter cuticle oils as well? Would y'all want something like this? Would y'all over here want something like this? I can add it. It's a cuticle oil, so it's got avocado oil, vitamin E oil, and fragrance oil, and it's a Pina Colada scent. And it's for like after you get a manicure and you gotta like rehydrate your cuticles. It's great. Let's see. So someone ordered a Tiger's Blood soap, so I do have that in my shop down here. I have a shop down here with the Tiger's Blood soap right there. And someone ordered lilac soaps, which is not available on here. Oatmeal milk and honey 2-piece. Got 2 of those. We've got 4-piece of oatmeal milk and honey mini soaps. And this is what they look like, but there's 4 of them in the pack down there. Let's see. Fresh Rose, the Savage Fan. That means we've got 2 imperfect soaps. One of them is a lemon and one of them is a hot cocoa. They are the mini ones. So I've got a mini 4-piece of these mini ones. This is a 2-piece for an example, but I've got 4 of them in there. How many uses do you get out of the cuticle oil? I would say at least 4 to 5 manicures worth for like all 10 fingers. It's got quite a few drops. I can list it. Pina Colada cuticle oil 2 milliliter. Let's see. Avocado oil, vitamin E oil, fragrance oil, and 4 to 5 uses. Ten of those. We will upload the photo. Where are you? Where is my cuticle oil picture? I don't even know if I took a picture of this one. I might just have to sub in the body oil and then fix it after I list it because I don't have a way to. Yeah. Just list it by itself. Do that. Non-masochist. I'll do 3. And then the sale. We'll do that. Then I gotta edit the listing. Delete, and then take photo. There we go. Take a photo. Okay. There you go. Okay. Like I said, I gotta go get some labels for these things because what happens is they're so tiny that I can't even print a label for them. I have to take cuts of paper and write my handwriting on them, and then wrap them in some bubble wrap, and then tape the paper to it because the labels are too tiny to be readable. So I have to hand print the ingredients on these things. That's how you know I actually handcraft my products. Is sometimes when things are small, you gotta tape a label to it that's readable instead of a round tiny one with tiny print. My day's been good. How's your day been? My day's been good. Handcraft. Okay. Oh. 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 They're good. Love y'all in peace. Love y'all in peace. I'm not leaving the live yet, though. Did I forget to do that the last live? I'm sorry. Oh. Oh. Yeah, my insurance called me over on the TikTok when I was on the TikTok. That's why. Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to just pick up a call from my insurance. Cuticle oil, avocado oil, vitamin E oil, fragrance oil. And then I've got to do the same thing for another label. Yeah. Let's see. Cuticle oil, avocado oil, vitamin E oil, fragrance oil. Okay. I do go live on TikTok sometimes, yeah. Sometimes. People over there are very mean though, so I like to come on here lately for lives. It says it's not available. Let me see. That's interesting. Why would it not list it? That's crazy. 1 second. Sold. There's nothing that sold. Okay. Interesting. That's wild. I know I listed it, so that's pretty wild that it didn't take it. Okay. There's soaps here. Yeah. It just sucks when I know I'm very young, like I'm 25, And people my age don't believe I have chronic illnesses that could quite literally kill me if I don't get my medical care. And I'm just like, why can't someone with a physical health, chronic health condition that would kill them if they don't get medical care? Like, why can't I still work? Why can't I get my back worked on to not have pain so I can continue to work? Why can't, you know? Yeah, people can have illnesses at any age. So I have, my small intestine doesn't absorb iron through food or supplements. So I have to get iron IV infusions. Back issues from scoliosis, that's pretty bad. I have osteoarthritis in my thoracic back, especially, but throughout my spine, and spondylitis in my spine. And then I've got inflammatory arthritis in my hands and feet knuckles. I was told the inflammation can wear down as I lose weight, which I've lost like 50 pounds in a year. So it's not like I've not been doing things to take care of me. It's just difficult sometimes when people don't understand that just because someone's heavy doesn't mean they're not trying. I don't need back surgery. No, I just have to get the nerve endings burned in my back every 6 to 9 months because otherwise the pain makes it so I can't walk without having pain. Like I can't walk without a walker or needing to have a wheelchair or something because my back hurts so much I can't function. But yeah, the arthritis in my back and having fibromyalgia, I'm sure plays a part in everything too. It's just not fun. Who said life was going to be all fun though, you know? I don't think when God made us, he was going to be like, life is going to be absolutely beautiful all the time. Or maybe he wanted that for us, but then we were meant to choose for ourselves. And then, you know, our first parents took from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And then their posterity had been cursed, and we would have to, Adam and Eve had to work by the sweat of their brow or something. I don't know. I do know, but it's like, I don't know who I can share that with, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't like my religious belief. I don't know if I had it from birth with my back. I know I had fibromyalgia diagnosed when I was like 16 or 18 years old, somewhere in there. Somewhere out there. Somewhere out there. Listen, what's gonna happen is a bunch of these, they're gonna have to dig through a bunch of cardboard to find them because I'm sorry. Because I'm sorry. You just have to dig through a bunch of cardboard to get to your products sometimes. Oops. Let's see. Fill in the useless junk. Fill it in with the useless junk. Oh. The iron issue can kill me if I don't get iron infusions, and that's why I need my insurance to cover things like that so I don't die. It's pretty scary to have that kind of a chronic illness going on. And to the centurion, Jesus said, "Go, let it be done for you as you have believed." And the servant was healed at that very moment. Yes, to be healed is to have priesthood blessings. The priesthood was restored through Joseph Smith, in my belief. And men with priesthood power can heal you if they believe that their priesthood can heal you, and if you believe that you can be healed as well. But it's also up to God whether he heals or doesn't heal someone given a priesthood blessing. It's what I've learned throughout my life is you can have a lot of faith and hope, but if God is willing to heal you, he will, and if not, then he's not going to, but you still believe in him no matter what. You know, you still gotta have faith because, if you continue to have faith and endure to the end with some of these things in life that are hard to deal with, then you'll be greatly blessed in the life hereafter. The whiteboard says come unto Christ.org. Basically, it's basically like how I like to help people find Jesus is to come onto Christ.org, because that's how I learned about Jesus quite a bit, and how through his atonement that I can be saved and have redemption for anything that has been done unto me in this life and things like that. I pray that the Lord can heal me too, but you know what? Some things in life are just meant to be a lifelong trial that tests your faith. You know what I mean? Some things are meant to be a life trial to test your faith and how willing you are to still believe in the Lord through all of the pain and suffering you have on the earth. And I can say that because I've had a lot of pain and suffering, right? But yeah. Yeah. I don't know if y'all on this platform know that I've got borderline personality disorder, bipolar 2 disorder, and complex PTSD, but living with those three mental illnesses all at once, it's hard. It's very hard. It's not for the weak to have those three all at the same time. But you know what? I've lived through a lot, and I'm grateful to be alive, even with everything that I've been through. Even with everything I've been through, I am still grateful to God and Jesus for giving me this opportunity. What caused the complex PTSD? A lot of things, to be honest. So many things. It's just too much to say. A lot of hard experiences. So basically, I was really, really naive from like 14 years old to 21 years old. I just wanted to hang out with friends. I didn't know how to appropriately date, I guess. And so at least from between ages like 19 to 21, I would invite men over to watch a movie with me to my apartment because I couldn't meet a guy in public because I can't drive with my disability, right? So I would invite them to my apartment to watch a movie with me in the living room, and they would push me into my bedroom and do bad things to me. So I've had like 6 different men do that type of crap to me. And that kind of crap can break your mind quite easily. Yeah. Anyway, we've got a pear soap. I reported one of them, and they said because of the text messages and me agreeing to shower that I wanted it, but I only showered because I hadn't showered in 2 weeks and I wasn't having my bipolar medication management. Yeah. They told me if you're taking your mental health meds, and I couldn't remember if I took them or not. And even then, I wasn't medicated for bipolar at that point. It was just depression I was medicated for, and it wasn't enough to medicate my bipolar. But at the time, I didn't know if I was or wasn't taking my medication on time because I lost track of time easily. And they said if you didn't take your medication every 24 hours, then yes, it could be. But since you agreed to shower, it looks like you wanted it. So I didn't want it though. Got a gingerbread and a hot cocoa. Got this pear soap, like I said earlier, and we've got spring blossom. Spring blossom is a button. Yeah. How are y'all doing? My sister is transgender and I love my family. I had a pride collection for the month of June. Oh gosh, we're gonna have to block some people. Okay. Yeah, WhatNot should have mods. I don't know if I added any mods to this yet, but I don't know. Oh. Gosh, people telling me I'm homophobic. I used to think I was bisexual. I'm anything but homophobic. My sister's transgender. I used to be bisexual. I used to think I liked women when I didn't, and I never experimented and don't want to. But I used to think I wanted to, and now I'm like, no, I don't want to. That's just a personal thing. Uh, How long have I been selling on here? I just started selling on here recently. Yeah, I'll be fine though. It's okay. A soap pioneer. That's funny. That's funny. That's a funny. You made a funny. That's gonna need more filler paper. Gonna need a little more filler paper. There we go. That should Be better. That should be better. Yeah, there we go. Sometimes this marker is not very on point. I need to get more of these white markers, I think. What made me want to open my business instead of working for someone else seems like a scary jump. The thing is, I had a job at a bakery when I was 16. I worked there for 6 months, and my boss had to help me with the tasks. I was only working when my boss was working for a while because she would help me with things I couldn't physically do. And, when the dishes piled high and I couldn't wash them because my back hurt, and my back hurt too much to hold my arms up to wash things. My mom came to help. It was like 1 a.m. and she came in and was like, why are you not done yet? I'm like, it's taking me forever to wash the dishes because my back hurts too much. I was a caregiver for a week. I was a caregiver for a week, and I did graveyard shifts. Yeah, a week, because one of my coworkers wasn't helping me rotate a patient in their bed every 30 minutes. Like, they fell asleep during graveyard, and I tried to do it myself, and I threw out my back really bad. And they tried to have me fold laundry and do that kind of stuff, but even folding laundry was painful for me to do after that. And I used to be able to fold laundry when I was like 10 years old, and I'm like, yeah. So I had a job for a week, and I had a job for 7 months. And then after that, no one else would hire me. After I only had a job for a week, no one else would hire me. And so I was applying for jobs like crazy for a year and a half, applied for over 100 jobs, had 17 interviews, no one would hire me. So I started my own business because I'm disabled. And it was hard enough for me to do the jobs that I had been doing since I was a teenager. I also did masonry for like an hour or two. With that, I lifted an 80-pound bag of the mud mix and dumped it in a wheelbarrow for him to mix water into, and that was too much for my back. So, yeah. There's just things that I've tried, and he's like, I've never had a woman apply for this, so I'm gonna let you try this. When I tried masonry, if the mud mix was half of that weight, possibly I could try that kind of thing again. But oh my gosh, I did go to 2 or 3 different trade schools.